Hans Grunberg, the United Nations Special Envoy for Yemen, arrived in Houthi-held Sana'a on Monday to encourage Iran-backed militants to accept peace and free UN and humanitarian agency staff. Grunberg's visit is part of the ongoing efforts to de-escalate the current tensions that have engulfed the region and Yemen, UN spokesman Stefan Dujarric said Monday. In addition, his efforts will focus on advancing the peace process. The Houthis have increased their missile strikes on Israel and have been attacking commerce in the Red Sea region for over a year, claiming they would not stop until there is a ceasefire in Gaza. The Zionist nation has repeatedly targeted Yemen's ports, oil facilities, and the airport in Sana'a, which is almost 2,000 kilometers away. Will also be pushing for the release of the arbitrarily detained UN personnel and also from other NGOs and civil society, the UN spokesman said. The Houthis allege that the detainees, the majority of whom have been detained since June, are part of an American-Israeli spy network, which the UN, non-governmental organizations, governments, and others categorically deny.
In parallel, my office remains focused on the release of all conflict-related detainees. Some have been in captivity for 10 years, despite continuous efforts and numerous meetings through my office with the parties' prisoners' committees. I urge all to respect their commitments under the Stockholm Agreement and continue working together with my office in good faith and deliver on this important humanitarian file. Negotiations should be guided by the agreed principle, all for all.
Grunberg landed in Yemen after meeting with Omani officials in Muscat. Mohammed Abdussalam, the Houthi spokesman and main negotiator, attended the meetings. The envoy is aiming to create a breakthrough in the Yemeni situation after his efforts were thwarted by the Houthis, launching attacks on the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden vessels. According to a statement from his office, he hopes that his discussions in Sana'a will spur the Houthis to take substantial steps to advance the peace process. His visit is part of his ongoing efforts to urge for the concrete and essential actions by the Houthis for advancing the peace process. It is also part of his ongoing efforts to support the release of the arbitrarily detained UN, NGO, civil society, and diplomatic mission personnel, said his office on the X platform. He plans to conduct a series of national and regional meetings in the coming days under his mediation efforts.